Thailand Open 2025. We already know the identities of our finalists who've already got there, the Koreans Jong and Lee. They await the winners of our match coming up.
On court 1, women's doubles, Muralitharan and Tina Muralitharan, Malaysia. Rui Hirokami and Sayaka Hobara, Japan.
Hello. Hello.
First meeting between these pairs, Hirokami Hobara versus Tan and
So
Tina.
you decide, black or red? Black, you get red. Black. Receive. Who will receive? Yui. Who will serve? Pearly serve. Which sides? Good match.
So looking at Muralitharan, 25-year-old from the north of Malaysia in Kedah, 164 centimeters tall, fourth in the world, excuse me. That is their highest ever ranking. They are Commonwealth Games champions at the moment. Tina Muralitharan is 27, near the capital Klang. And these two have won 3 titles together in the HSBC BWF World Tour, most recently the Hong Kong Open last year. Super 500. They were the runners-up at the Indonesia Masters earlier in 2025. Their path so far has been a pretty straightforward one. Mayasari and Ramadanti took them to 3. Beating Chen Qingchen would have given them some satisfaction, I suppose, with their new partner, Wan Tinga. Now over to the Japanese side, Rui Hirokami, 22, 166 centimeters tall from Toyama, currently 244th, highest ranking of 18th with another partner, Yuna Keto. And Sayaka Hobara is 26, 165 centimeters tall. Her highest ranking was 39th with Yui Suizu. So this is still all very new.
Ready to play.
They've had to do it the hard way through the qualification. This is already an amazing achievement. They've beaten third seeds Teresa Jolie and Gayatri Gopichan Pullela in straights. In fact, they haven't dropped a game so far on the way here to the semi-finals. Very, very impressive indeed. Christian Hedlund of Denmark, who would have seen his compatriots just now cause an incredible upset. Could we see something similar here? Wanpaya Asing Santamanan is the service judge.
Uncle. Ladies and gentlemen, On my right, Hirokami and Saya Hobara, Japan. And on my left, Muralitharan and Muralitharan, Malaysia. Muralitharan to serve, to Hirokami, level, flat.
Well, Malaysians certainly getting some good support here.
Service over, 1 love.
Immense concentration required. Start should be important here. The so-called less preferred end with the drift behind shouldn't make too much of a difference with doubles. I just clipped the net there from Muralitharan. Did well to get there, Hobara. Looking to place that to that corner, just too much height on that. In the initial shot anyway. You can see what Muralitharan was trying to do. Absolutely take the deftest of shots there, really taking the weight off it, but just a little too much. Should tell you that Hirokami has won 1 title on the HSBC BWF World Tour 3 years ago, the Indonesia Masters, the Super 100 event. Been to a few finals before, all Super 300, so this would be an opportunity to get to a biggest ever tournament final. It's a nice shot there. Well left.
4-2.
As for Sayaka Hobara, she has only been into 1 final before this on the HSBC BWF World Tour. That's the Malaysia Masters Super 100. Very decent start here from the Japanese pair, and also helped by the unforced errors that we're getting.
Well. 6-2.
Now remember that in the last match, in the men's doubles, the Danish pair really got off to a terrific start. I think it was even better than this one, and never looked back. And it really is about putting that pressure early on. And well, that looked good. No,
Service over.
not quite. Oh, I thought that was tight, but it was just out.
6.
Now, I've certainly worked on tournaments before where there's been a major upset.
Service over.
Muralitharan swung. I thought she actually clipped it, but it wasn't the case, and Tina Muralitharan couldn't get there. Where an upset will just spark something in the succeeding matches. Just has that kind of effect sometimes.
Service over. 4-7.
So it's just worth keeping an eye out. Disappointing.
8-4.
Tina Muralitharan
Tina,
to be giving away. That's a real give me.
go do the second serve.
Not quite the raucous atmosphere we had in the men's doubles, but the crowd certainly, at the moment, being treated to a lower ranked pair, doing quite well.
Service over.
And there are quite a few Malaysians in here as well. Just looking at Muralitharan and Tina Muralitharan. Their last 3 participations of the Thailand Open, 2020 and 2021, they hit the quarterfinals. 22, they got to the semis, so they're at least matching their previous best performance here. It's been a while. They weren't here the last 2 editions. Just clipping the net there. They've done really well to come back here quite nicely. A little bit under the radar. No nonsense. I think they're just maybe starting to get their groove perhaps now.
Nine, 8. Service over. 9-all.
As for the Japanese opposition, Rui Hirokami has been here once before in 2023, got to the second round of this tournament. Good defending in the end, and nice variation from Muralitharan.
10-9.
A little bit of a smile going on there from Hirokami. Yeah, so the onto Sayaka Hobara, and this is her maiden Thailand Open.
10.
So this is all uncharted territory. And because Tina also have been around for a while, and their seeds, they do come into this as the overwhelming favourites. But hey, we saw what happened earlier to the top seeds in the men's doubles.
11,
Oh, what a shot that is. And Tina, after a pretty shaky start, I think it's safe to say, have come back quite nicely here. Remember, they were trailing 6-2 at one point. So they've won 9 of the last 12 points. 11-9 at the interval of first game.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. On court. Eleven, 9. Play. Service over. 10, 11.
Just ruining that a little bit, I think, Muralitharan. She's really varying it quite nicely at the back there, Muralitharan. Oh, good power from Hirokami. Well, pumped fist as well. Well up for this. This would be the biggest match potentially of their careers so far. Yeah, it's these guys got to the semi-finals last week. Hirokami and Hobara at the Taipei Open.
Service over. 12, 11.
Good news as far as Hirokami and Hobara are concerned is while they've relinquished the lead, they are well in this still. It's been a pretty decent run from the Malaysians, isn't it? Since they were trailing by 4 early on. Well, that will do. Just a little clip there on the net cord is enough. Now again, just trying to move away.
Service over. 12, 14.
Yeah, I think, of course, the other thing to consider is that Hobara and Hirokami have really just played a handful of matches together. They only got together in that last tournament. So really, you've got to be impressed with how they've taken things on. Maybe some pretty decent pairs along the way. The world number 27 pair. And then a world number 18 pair, both from Chinese Taipei. They lost to another Chinese Taipei pair ranked 13th in the world. But, yeah, you get the idea. They were well above their station, punched above their weight, as it were. So it's been impressive. 2 semi-finals in a week, effectively. Very, very impressive. They are trailing by 4 now. Lovely work from Muralitharan. Just a little bit of a hole there from Tan. And I think now we're just seeing them really find their way. Remember, they were at 11 all a short while ago, so they've won 6 of the last 7 points.
Serve over 13-17.
Well, they're really now well on their way to taking this first game, you would think, Tan and Tina. When we look at their season so far, as we can hear, perhaps, you might just hear that in the background, Court 2 is coming alive now. A couple of matches to be played here on semi-final day. She kind of looked at the line, looked back up, played a stop drop, seemed to be in 2 minds, and well, there you go, there's the net effect of that. So Tan and Tina have been to the finals of the Indonesia Masters, I mentioned that earlier, semi-finals of the India Open, 3 quarter-finals in the Sudirman Cup, that was Malaysia of course, All England and All Your Masters. And disappointingly out in the opening round of their own tournament, Malaysia Open and the Asia Championships. They would have, I would have thought, hoped to have gone much further. And probably should have gone much further. It's an all-tie women's singles semi-final on court 1. Supanida Katong and Bonpawi Chochuwong happening next to us, so there will be increased noise, I think it's fair to say, and there will be a guaranteed Thai finalist tomorrow, at least one in women's singles. Kunlawut Vititan is up next in men's singles here. Court 1.
15-19.
Just a little flick of the wrist there from Tina. She didn't like that shot particularly. It's a nice way to bring up game point for Muralitharan and Tina Muralitharan. Just stretching for that now.
16-20.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily stressing out yet, but
$17-20.
3 game points still in hand. It was all going swimmingly, wasn't it? a couple of game points saved. Now it might start to get a little nervy. They've got to just keep things cool here. They got there, just about, limped over the line a little, but they have the opening game. Thailand after a poor start and a bit of a disappointing ending. There was some good stuff in between. And they needed maybe a little fortune there to get them over that line. So they take the first game.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Hobara, Thailand. And on my left, Supanida Ketong, Thailand. Hobara, to serve, love ball.
There are things going on in the background at the moment, of course, as well for Thailand with contract negotiations on the table with the Badminton Association of Malaysia. That's been getting some headlines back home. Wrangling over remuneration.
The RIS is not working, so just
And seems to be a little bit of a stalemate at the moment.
The
Does
RIS
say
is not working. The challenge. So
Love.
I think we're just getting some technical issues being sorted out.
Love.
I think we're just getting the challenge system sorted out. Just a little problem.
For love.
Yeah, not ideal for the players. They're just waiting. Got to keep themselves a bit warm. I think this had a similar issue a couple of days ago, but it didn't take too long, thankfully. They're all smiles. Well, they just waiting for that to get sorted. we're just, again, looking through that. Well, I might as well just go into a bit more detail then with Tina Muralitharan and Muralitharan. It is very public news anyway. BAM, the Badminton Association of Malaysia, are saying that they feel that they've given a fair enough deal to Muralitharan and Tina Muralitharan in their contract negotiations. And apparently the pair want more. That's what we're being told anyway. And they were talking about, they made public their pay structures and bonuses. And there used to be an allowance as well for the really highest top-ranked players from Malaysia. I think that's gone now. They've got bonuses now. I think there may have to be a decision made on whether they will allow decisions to be made or not, or with challenges, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would appear that challenges can be made again.
Sixth game, level, fight.
So, all seems to be good. Thankfully, it happened right at the start of the second game, so no real damage done. Yeah, I think it would have been worse had it been in the middle of a game, the middle, especially the second game, when if perhaps Tan and Tina were leading. I'm just finishing off what I was saying, since I was in the middle of the that topic of the salary negotiations. As we watch this rally, easily snapped up there by Tina Muralitharan. Yeah, easy one for her. Well, they're being told that when they return from Bangkok, it will be settled once they return from this tournament. You'd think going deep in it might just give them that little edge in negotiations. And apparently the decision will be announced immediately after the meeting. There are discussions about Pearlie and Tina contemplating going independent if their demands are not met. So could be a stalemate. We will see. That's been ongoing for a little while now. Well, the question as to whether challenges could be made is here right now, because we have got one from the Japanese pair. And it's gone long.
One challenge remaining.
Unsuccessful.
4 lock. Play.
Tan and Tina, very good start here. It's a big swipe from Hobara, and I think they're in real trouble here, because now they're on the so-called preferred end, as it were, but they're not getting any joy at all. Good defense there from Tina. First point on the board for Hirokami and Hobara. And they're back to scoring ways very quickly, Tan and Tina.
7-1.
Remember, they made history as the first Malaysian semi-finalists in the women's doubles event in the Olympics. They lost the bronze to Chiharu Shida and Nami Matsuyama. This game's so close. These two have met each other, known each other for 12 years now, and then been together since 2019. They're also best friends, which I think is just just helps with the chemistry. That just goes across Muralitharan, so that's a little bit difficult for her, a little bit complicated. Yeah, it was interesting to see. Tina Muralitharan said it was their connection transcends the court, and she said not many people really get to do that. Best friends who get to compete and travel around the world together. That's a very good point. Muralitharan said she's very happy to have Tina by her side because she's a good listener, a great partner, and transforms pressure to motivation.
Over. 9-2.
Well, this is an excellent second game. Even with that delay, it didn't seem to put the Malaysians off. Perhaps it might even have helped them a little because they stumbled towards the end of the first game. And it looked like maybe it was the Japanese pair who had just built some momentum. They might have wanted to capitalize on that when we had that little wait. I just wonder whether that might have just played a little bit into Malaysians' hands. Don't want to take anything away from them because I think they've played very well here in the second game. That's well out. And this is already running out of the control of the Japanese. They are well behind here.
Play. (11-2) interval.
So massive lead here for Tan and Tina. 11-2 the interval, having already taken the first game. They're in a wonderful position here to win this in straight games.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Skakit itikan.
Play. Serves over. 3-11.
Well, they now are desperately having to chip away at this huge lead that they face here. Hirokami and Hobara. Everything the Malaysians are doing at the moment is working out very well for them. And I think maybe just getting exposed for the fact that they just haven't played very much together. Whereas you're playing against a pair, as we said, who know each other inside out. Just a bit of hesitation there from Muralitharan.
4-12.
Oh, just trips the net there from Tina Muralitharan. Everything is kind of working out for them at the moment. That's the longest rally we've had in a while now. That's going to be out. Oh, she's decided to play it. I think it was a close call. Muralitharan's not taking any chances, even at 12-4. A bemused look on her face, but they still have got a massive 7-point lead. Now, here's what's interesting.
Early, yeah. Don't take the shoe off.
That was an immense rally. Maybe even be the longest of this match.
Yeah.
There you go, 69 shots. They go on to win about 65% of their matches after winning the first game. The Malaysian pair. That could mean also going to 3 games, by the way, but winning 2 games.
6-12.
70% of the time. So effectively, once they've won the first game, 70% of the time they go on to win in 2. Oh, the power there. And you heard the effort as well from Muralitharan after a 3-point run.
13-6.
From the Japanese pair. Looking to put pay to any kind of notion of a comeback. They're just starting to catch up. Oh, that is a poor miss. She can't believe it. Hobara. It's a smile on her face, but that has got to be immense frustration. Oh, she has to do better there. That was the shuttle, was at her mercy. Malaysians were nowhere in sight. I might just sum up the day today. Oh, the Japanese.
30. Service over. 7-14. Gina.
Well, given it was 11-2, it is 5-3 since the interval, so there's been some kind of improvement. 5-3 in favor of the Japanese. So they have done better since then. But it is coming all a little late, you would think.
No. Play on. Play on.
Umpire's not having any of it.
Service over. 15-8.
Eight points again now. It would be something pretty special from here, you'd have to say.
Out. Serves over. 9-16.
That was a bit of a gimme, wasn't it?
10-16.
As I said, this has been much better from the Japanese, 8-5 since the interval. And they have a mountain to climb, so they're still 6 behind. Oh, well done there. That was a wild shot from Muralitharan. I tell you what,
11-16.
this is now 5 points, not far away from being within striking distance. This is the 18th semi-final that Thailand and Tina have been in. They've won 8 and lost 9. So not necessarily the best record you'd ever imagine. To be fair, they've won 4 of their last 5 semi-finals. So they've got better at it. That dates back to the Korea Open of last August.
17-11.
Now, their record against Japanese opposition in semi-finals, interesting, they've only won 1 out of 5, but it was the last time they did play Japanese opposition.
New shuffle.
That was in the Arctic Open
Quick.
in end of last year. They beat Rin Iwanaga and Kia Nakanishi in 3. It ended 26-24. The scoreline was 21-19, 19-21, 26-24.
17.
What an immense match that was. That was 1 hour 42 minutes. This doesn't look like it's going to go that way, we think.
18-11.
Just 3 points away from wrapping this up. They're still giving them a fighting chance themselves here. Good defending there from Muralitharan. Good power there from Muralitharan, applied. Coach looks happy.
19-12.
So we've got 8 match points now for Muralitharan and Tina Muralitharan. Brilliant work from the Malaysian pair into their 9th final on the HSBC BWF World Tour, where they want to turn around their record in finals of 3 wins and 5 defeats. They have a great chance tomorrow. We shall see how that pans out. They played very well today. Japanese pair, of course, only their second week together in competitive action. 2 semi-finals in a row, which is hugely impressive. But it's early days for them against this hugely experienced pair. They've got amazing chemistry with each other, as you can see. Maybe it might just help their contract negotiations next week as well. But we will see them in action tomorrow. After what has been a very good, thoroughly professional performance. So again, maybe a slightly stumble at the start. They will play Jongna and Lee Yeon-woo of Korea in the final. They will surely fancy their chances in that one. So Palithan and Tina Muralitharan, the top seeds from Malaysia, beat Japan's Rui Hirokami and Sayaka Hobara 21-18, 21-12. It's taken them 44 minutes only. Part of that was that delay as well with the challenge system. So really, they've done it in pretty quick time. Up next, a big one here. It's the men's singles. 2 world champions up against each other. Muralitharan, the top seed from Thailand, plays Singapore's Loh Kian Yew, the 5th seed, the 2021 world champ. We're going through these matches pretty quick and fast here. Semi-final day at the HSBC BWF Thailand Open 2025. It is time for the men's singles. Muralitharan, the top seed from Thailand, will be playing Loh Kian Yew, Singapore's 5th seed here. So we have got both semi-finals